Is it just me, or has the term coolness lost its edge? Search around on the internet for the coolest anime characters and all you get is a bunch of teenagers listing off their favourite Naruto and Bleach characters or whatever, since apparently all you need to do to be cool to these kids is strike your favourite cliché anime pose. Whether it be I'm too cool to even be looking at you, look how badass I am if I stick my elbows behind my back, or my personal favourite, me and my giant cock. It seems like giving a list of cool characters nowadays is just an excuse to spat out your list of favourite characters, cool or not. And even though making a list on the internet is the #1 way to generate nerd hate, since about 99% of people find it inconceivable that other people have an opinion that differs from their own, I've decided to make my own list of characters who I really think fit the rule of cool. This isn't a list of the most badass anime characters, or a list of who can be most violent or who can beat up who. No, this list is for the type of characters who can kick your ass and make you smile, scare the shit out of you while still being cool, do some jaw-droppingly awesome feats and still doing it while looking stylish, or just keeping a suave demeanour about them when they can be doing the most mundane task. They could be a villain, a protagonist, an anti-hero, or any other type of characters, because just their presence on screen can make the scene they're in just that much more epic. Yes, this is the top 20 most epically cool anime characters. Okay, now for the ground rules. I limited the list to one character per series just so as not to bore you guys with the same thing over and over. Though this just means I had to leave off some potential list makers just because there's a more suitable character in the series. Also, this list will probably contain spoilers, so if a series pops up that you haven't seen yet, you might want to be a little bit careful. Now, even though I've already mentioned this is my list and therefore it's just my opinion. Whatever constitutes a character as being cool is obviously very subjective from person to person. Though, having said that, I did try to judge every character by the same criteria, which can be seen here. Also, I haven't seen every anime series out there, so if you think I've missed off someone, or think you can do a better list yourself, feel free to post a video response, just so I know that you guys don't blindly agree with everything I say anyway. So, with all that out of the way, let's get started. Number 20. Aizen Sosuke from Bleach.
バカな。アイゼンはまだ当選の隣に。波動の救助。黒棺。同じ体調格同士でここまで手も足も出ねえのかよ。
And just to make myself a complete hypocrite to my opening introduction, the first character on this list is a Bleach character. But before all you people call me out for that, let me just explain myself. There was a time when Bleach was a half-decent shonen. Storylines weren't so predictable and weren't rip-off of previous arcs. Ichigo wasn't a total pansy and can actually win fights to save his life without relying on his Super Saiyan Hollow Transformation Ninetales Gear 2 power-up. And Kubo wasn't content on trolling his entire fanbase at every given chance. Though this time has long since passed. And because of this, people who haven't seen Bleach just dismiss all of Bleach as another bit of generic shonen dribble. And people who have seen all of Bleach have forgotten how motherfucking cool Aizen's introduction as a villain was. Originally, Aizen seemed to be one of the kinder characters in the whole show, someone who cared about his subordinates and who actually gave a damn about the system that governed Soul Society, which is why his murder came as such a big shock to me as to why he got killed before getting much development at all. I thought he was going to be one of the good guys, helping out the protagonist and sticking it to the man, but in the end he just died so quickly and well, at least Hinamori seemed to be a little bit depressed by the whole event. Just a little bit. Turns out he couldn't have been a more opposite character. Not only had he faked his own death and had been planning to take over Soul Society in one of the most shocking twists in the series, but he was also completely ruthless and displayed strength unseen by any character in the show so far. I just remember how shockingly awesome it was just seeing characters dropping like flies one by one against this guy. Oh look, Hinamori gets to see her captain who she loves again. Oh, well isn't this a touching scene? Hold on a second, this seems kinda weird. Nothing's gonna happen to Hinamori. Oh shit. Okay, Hitsuga's pissed now, and he's a captain too. This is gonna be one hell of an awesome fight. Let's see some— oh no, wait, he's gone too. And there's Renji trying to honorably protect Rukia with all his willpower and strength and— okay, let's be honest, Renji, you stand fuck all chance. Yep, wait, Ichigo's just shown up. Now some shit's gonna go down. He is the main character after all, so he must stand a chance. Look, even his teammates have come up. This is gonna be awesome. Okay, he's powering up now, and then he's off. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for the most awesome attack ever? Here it comes. He's running towards him now with his Bankai. Look, he's about to swing his sword. Look, he's gonna... Huh. Well... fuck. Oh, and you better watch out, Renji. See, Aizen's introduction back then made up for some of the best episodes of the series, partly due to the twist being genuinely surprising, but mostly due to how damn cool Aizen looked while revealing it all. Being the excellent actor that he is, He was able to fool all the characters while manipulating all the events from behind the scenes so that everything went according to his elaborate plans, while no one, not even the audience, suspected a thing. Here was a character who we thought was a genuinely nice guy, and he turns out to be one of the most ruthless, cunning, and downright untouchably powerful guys while being so arrogantly calm about it.
随分うまくかわすようになったじゃないか、アバライ君。成長したんだね。嬉しいよ。だけどできればあまり粘ってほしくはないな。潰さないようにアリを踏むのは力の加減が難しいんだ。
And you just gotta love his super sexy transformation sequence in the end, where he mimics basically every movie makeover in history. At the beginning we have this nerdy white boy who looks innocent, but all he has to do is pull his hair back and take his glasses off, and suddenly his sex appeal increases by 150%, Superman style. But unlike Superman, he doesn't look like a big pillock with glasses and a suit when he's Clark Kent. As the series goes on, we find out he's a character who plans for every single contingency and never lets anything surprise him, as he likes to show the audience in one of his epic monologues, again and again and again, like he gets paid 50% extra for revealing his plan in the most long-winded way possible. Though this is also his greatest downfall on the list. Later on in the show, Aizen's speeches just got progressively more ridiculous, because this guy apparently has the foresight of a fucking Time Lord when it comes to the number of events that he foresaw and planned for. To the extent of his final masterful reveal being that he has been following Ichigo from birth and had been planning his entire growth by purposefully setting up each and every opponent that he's fought in the series so that they are just at exactly the right level for him to beat them and gradually grow his powers. To which I'm sure me and the rest of the Bleach community collectively went. And this is all thanks to Kubo's inability to write. Eventually, Aizen was just used as some kind of plot twist device, spouting off some new contrived plan that he'd been setting up for ages that made no sense or just easily covered up some plot holes. That and his final and most badass transformation signalling ultimate power and lost hope for all humanity is apparently turning him into a fucking fairy.
Why do they call him the fairy?
Because he's a fairy.
What, he has wings? He can fly, he sprinkles magic dust all over the place.
He's homosexual.
Having said all that, it is impossible to forget the feeling we first got when we saw his badass entrance into some of the best episodes of the series, and if he had stayed like that, then he would damn well be near the top of the list, but thanks mostly to Kubo's shoddy writing, his place on the list stays at the bottom. Number 19.
And now you die.
Hey, from Darker Than Black.
It's him. EK201.
Hey, aka Li Shengshen.
It's Li Shengshen.
Li Shengshen.
Lee, whatever.
Aka the Black Reaper, aka Chinese Electric Batman, is one of the many cool things to come out of Darker Than Black. An undercover contractor working for a syndicate called, well, the Syndicate. By day he's a timid, good-natured Chinese exchange student going by the name Li Shengshen.
It's Li Shengshen.
Li Shengshen.
Lee, whatever.
But by night he becomes a Black Reaper, a ruthless, calculated individual who has no qualms killing anyone to get the mission completed. He possesses incredible athletic ability, allowing him to perform acrobatic maneuvers in midair, and is also an expert in hand-to-hand combat, making for a fearsome opponent. Along with his cape, his trademark weapon is a knife attached to a piece of metal wire, which he uses both as a knife and also as a grappling hook to climb buildings and swing around Batman style with incredible ease. And to top all that, he can do this.
I guess you should have listened to your buddy.
He has the power of being able to discharge electricity, which he uses to dispatch his opponents either through direct contact or through the metal wire tied to his knife. Combining this power with his quick wits and superior fighting skills makes him one of the most powerful characters in the series, and before I forget to mention it again, Chinese Electric Batman. Yes, if those three words don't explain why he deserves a spot on this list, then I guess I have more explaining to do. The way Darker Than Black worked was that the series was split into a bunch of side stories focusing on different aspects, and despite being the main character and always present in every episode, Hay was hardly ever the main focus of the stories. This allowed him to drop in and out of the story as he pleased, meaning he kept some mystery around him and also made sure that every time he did show up, you knew something cool was going to go down. Sometimes he would show up as a shy, timid exchange student who no one would suspect,
It's Li Shengshen.
and the next moment he could turn into the cool, slick assassin that is this guy.
A very rational proposal. I'd expect no less from a contractor.
Though we do find out bits and pieces about his past, a lot of it is left unexplained. Originally, he was already a famous soldier in the Heaven's Gate War, earning the name the Black Reaper even before he got his powers. During his time, Hay somehow came into possession of his electrical powers which he got from his sister. Somehow. It's never actually properly explained how he got his powers from his sister, since, to be honest, absolutely fuck all is explained properly in this show. Yeah, I know that all the phenomenon in the show is just used as a setup, but when you're throwing around terms like anti-gate matter particles, synchron radiation, and Garfields...
You mean Garfield?
Garfields?
Garfield.
Garfield!
Garfield.
Garfields, you could at least make some effort to explain what the hell is happening. Anyway, if this guy's nickname is Chinese Electric Batman, why is he not high on this list? 5 words. Darker Than Black, Season 2. Was shit. Okay, that was 7 words, but shut up. I could make a whole rant video about what Season 2 did to the Darker Than Black franchise, but to paraphrase, they took everything good about the original series and shat all over it, taking Yoko Kanno's brilliant music and changing it into some completely forgettable pieces, replacing Mao the cool black cat with Alvin the Chipmunk, and worst of all, turning Hay from one of the coolest, slickest assassins out there into an emotionless, homeless, drunk hobo who acts like he's been beaten one too many times with the emo stick and looks like he's trying to cosplay Sato from Welcome to the NHK. And is it just me, or is Hay kind of a lolicon? I mean, if the only female who seems interested in you is a hot, uptight, high-strung policewoman who has a big neon sign on her forehead saying, "Someone just needs to loosen me up," hint hint, and you seem to be more interested in hanging out with girls who look like or actually are about 13 years old while, ironically enough, look like a sexual predator with a paedophile beard, you lose some coolness points. But I digress. Strip away Season 2, and I wish I really could, and Hay would be the same butt-kicking assassin that he is. With his Batman style appeal and his electrical powers, he definitely deserves a place on this list.